know, the curfew hours may help to stop the spread of the virus, but it's also bad for business. With this in mind, the government has devised an avenue for some businesses to continue after curfew hours. Here to tell us more about the recently launched e-commerce national delivery system, ENDS, is Matthew Samuda, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Finance. Hey, Minister, good morning. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Morning, Dela. Morning to all of the viewers.
So talk to me. ENDS was launched. The pilot happened in Portmore over the weekend. For those who are new to it, though, I'm jumping the gun. Explain to them what ENDS is.
You're an ENDS veteran, so we'll talk a little later. So ENDS is a system that the government devised, which is intent on giving access to compliant businesses, especially in the quick service industries that have been hardest hit by the curfew measures since the onset of COVID. An opportunity to operate beyond COVID hours. In essence, it allows what was a budding delivery economy an opportunity to flourish. So what we mean by this is that we've developed a registration portal that allows compliant businesses, especially those, we started largely with restaurants, but especially those in that sort of quick service area, to be able to register, show that they're compliant, they have all their trade licenses, all their food handlers permits, etc. Whether they're big restaurants or some of the larger quick service restaurants that are known nationally, or your favorite pan chicken man in front of Ken's, they're all able to register. It's an equitable, inclusive, transparent system. Once you are able to show that you're compliant, the municipality and the SDC in your area review your application. You're approved. You're issued what we call a COVID curfew passport.
Right.
We then move to the next step where we said, well, how do you connect the demand to the supply? So we reached out and we worked with the Transport Authority and the JCF. And we said, okay, well, what's the level of compliance that we need for riders and taxi services who have all been affected by COVID as well, especially the regulations of them having to carry less passengers, having to work less hours. We know they've been hurt too. So how do we use them to connect the demand for these quick service products to the people who want it, So we devise that system. They also apply once their licenses are up to date and they have the right carriage licenses and food handlers permits for that sort of area, and they're not persons of interest to the police in that zone. We give them again their COVID curfew passport. This is a letter and a barcode that if the police stop them, they're able to say, oh, okay, they can scan it and say, yes, you are authorized to be on the road after hours, and they're able to then proceed. The other side of the ENDS portal is that it functions as a directory. So whether you're an approved e-commerce provider or you're an approved restaurant or eventually pharmacies or supermarkets or drivers, someone is able to go online and say, well, who are the approved people? So let me click, whether it's my favorite, large restaurant or whether it's my favorite pan chicken man, I'm able to find them, click them, and it carries you to their web portal. A lot of e-commerce providers are now on the ground signing up even some of the smaller vendors, more famous, but small businesses and micro businesses nonetheless. And they're looking, giving them their own web portal and web page itself. We put the link to their page on the site. You do your business directly with them. We don't get involved in the business transaction at all. We simply, you're approved to operate, give us your link, we post it.
And you put it to them.
Allow the market to decide. So whether it is large restaurants or small, we're going to try and get now into phase 2 in Portmore into the supermarkets and the pharmacies. We have a system that works well for the gasoline retailers. Because, as one of the things we found on Saturday, persons were running low on fuel with the number of deliveries that we're running. So generally, I think that describes what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to balance lives and livelihoods, as the Prime Minister has articulated from day one of the pandemic. There is no perfect system, but certainly a system that allows people to access and continue their business outside of curfew without, we believe, the bungling and gathering that we know since COVID.
One of the things someone asked me yesterday, Minister, is when you order, because I realize that the portal is pretty flexible. As you said, businesses can also make a determination of whether the cost for delivery comes out of the total package, and then they have a delivery service. But is there a way also that you order and then you hire someone to go deliver? Is it that kind of dynamic buying and selling happening?
Agreed. So you have a list of bikers that you can also click on their bikers or on the taxi service, and you can call them, you can reach out, you can send them an email note as all that information is listed and said, I'm going to want you to pick up my food every day at 8:30. I will make the order from my people. Once it's an end-to-end transaction, the government is comfortable. The government, because of the security assessment, is not promoting cash business after hours. So one of the things important to note, and I want to say this loud because those who would seek to undermine the program, I want them to know that this program is not a cash program. So you're not supposed to be running down a taxi man or a bike man and have any hope of getting any cash. So I hope that deters some of those who would be, seek to do what they should do in this case.
Yeah, it also, and as someone who's in the Ministry of National Security, as you said, it minimizes the likelihood of persons breaking the curfew, but you've just raised the security issue. People should feel safer because these are bikers that are registered online. So if someone comes to my house after hours, then I should be comfortable knowing that this person has been registered and then there's no cash that's flowing between us.
And you've seen their picture. So you can even, you're able to share, well, this person is coming to my house and so on. You can see the person. If you have doubts about the ID, because the picture doesn't quite look like the person, but some of us photo a little differently. You can ask for the license. There are a number of things you can do to give yourself a little bit more comfort. The public can also take a little comfort in the fact that there is a review process, both at the Transport Authority and within the local ATF. Because as we build this out, it's going to go national. Now, there's no perfect system, right? And I put that squarely on the table. And in a country like Jamaica that has its own, issues with crime, we have to be clear and we have to take personal steps to ensure that our security, that we're not careless, right? The government is doing everything it can to ensure that the business is operating outside of these hours or inside of these curfew restrictions are the businesses that have proven compliance. So large fixed address business, they even have to show their signage permits. So the municipality has to say, well, you're a compliant place that's paying your fair share of fees and taxes. Go ahead and operate. We've checked your food, your employees, they have their food handlers. Your drivers, they have their appropriate licenses. They're going through whatever processes they need to go through with the Transport Authority. And they're not known to the police as, of concern in the area.
Yeah.
Because it's an extended benefit to persons who are compliant. So this should function as an encouragement. I think it also creates motivation for businesses that have stayed out of the banking system, especially our small and micro, have largely stayed away from technology. I think this should be a motivating factor to go in, head first into these areas and truly learn. So it gives the government other opportunities, things that I would say are spin-offs. We are going to use other areas of government to sort of improve the not just the service delivered, but to give the participants greater access to other resources. Learning like JBC. We're going to connect them with certain people within the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology.
There's long-term benefit to them.
Absolutely.
All right, we have to go, Minister. 1 second. Extends this weekend, Portmore only, or will the Kingston folks and other people be able to benefit from ENDS?
ENDS extends in Portmore this weekend. We are likely to have we're working around the clock to have the open registration portal up today or early tomorrow. This will allow some more businesses to join in on the weekend once they're compliant.
Okay.
They would know based on the industry they're in what is considered compliance. They know the licenses they're supposed to have, right? So they should have these things in place if they're going to be interested in participating. A determination and several meetings will be had today to determine how quickly we can get into Kingston and St. Andrew, St. James, and certainly how quickly we can get into rural parishes. One of the things that has been been raised is, well, what about us? What about us? I said, this is a pilot, and Portmore gave us the best opportunity because of the nature of Portmore
of course,
to test this system. So we are intent on extending this test as quickly as possible. But the problem is with every area that you go into, I could flick a switch in many cases and some of the larger businesses be able to adapt very quickly. The key is to make sure that when you enter in an equitable way so that the
everyone is a part of it. All right.
start. We have to have some small and micro businesses
Yes.
in every single parish. So we have a lot of work to do to make sure they're able to register and able to participate.
To participate. All right, Minister, we have to go. Thank you so much. Thank you for the tip. So, guys, when you click on the government name, there's a picture, so you can recognize your PAN man. I couldn't find my own, but now I'm going to go on and look. Thank you so much.
We're going to find it and make sure he's on the system.
Yes. Matthew Samuda, Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Security on the E-Commerce National Delivery System. After the break,